Don't let them take my soul.
Not at all. Giannis is still relying on his athleticism and in their early 30s, it's time to start doing that now. So when you are 50 or 60 and you got a couple billion in the bank, now you could live comfortably and not have to worry about it.
Do you wanna know why I cry at night? Do you wanna know why I can't sleep at night? These niggas off, gon' take them out. 2 shots, pow, pow, take them out. Had a few ones try to take me out. Now I can't trust a damn soul. Own brother against me. Should've never ever be the same. When a thug cry, do you wanna know what he crying about? When a thug cry, do you wanna know what he crying about? When a thug cry, do you wanna know what he crying about? When a thug cry.
Yo, welcome back. It's your boy Trillionaire Chuck, and yes, we are here with episode 40. But before I continue, I just want to roll one clip real quick in a moment of silence. Roll the clip for me, please. Yeah, that's to my cousin Val. We gonna always miss you, man. We know you looking down on us, okay? But we got a lot to talk about, guys. Carmelo Anthony, is he coming back to the league? You know, we got the answers for that. We got Steph agreeing to a major, one might say a major contract. And then, you know, we got the best part of it all at the end. Relationship talk. But you know what? You know I ain't gonna bore you. Come on in. Let's go. So, hoopshype.com. Melo wants team ownership with the Knicks. All right. He says he can play ball. But his goal is to always make it back and, you know, finish where he's at. And, you know, the question is, do y'all really think, well, here's the question. Let me get the question out. Carmelo Anthony, do y'all feel Carmelo Anthony can still play for the Knicks and help them in some way, shape, form, or fashion make it to the playoffs? You know, Melo Melo is a tremendous scorer, right? But I would say you're not going to ask him to do what, you know, LeBron's doing for the Lakers. So what are you going to have him like as a spot up shooter? Like at best, he's probably like a 15-point guy per night. Locker room leader maybe. But I don't see Melo coming back to the NBA, you know. Now, they did say he could come back, but he have a spot on the bench. That's about it. So you're not going to treat him like, you know, all the other ones like a Taj Gibson or a Tyrese Thomas where, you know, they get a certain age and they just ride on the bench. You're not going to treat no Melo like that. So I say he's going to try to fight to get on, you know, part ownership of the Knicks and just, you know, keep on watching the game of basketball, keep on doing podcasting and stuff like that. That's what I see Melo doing. I don't see him really making a return to the league. I think he's just like officially done and everything of that nature. But we remember when he was playing, boy, that was a bad man there. Now, rumor has it, if Denver didn't trade away Chauncey Billups and them boys, he would have stayed in Denver. Because when he played with Chauncey Billups, they were, I believe, number one in the West. They went up against the Lakers. They lost to the Lakers, right, in the Western Conference Finals. And he's thinking like the coach and management were going to keep that same group together and run it back. I probably would have ran it back too. I mean, you had who? Birdman, Nene, you had Chauncey Billups, Melo. Think you might have had Marcus Camby. Might have had Marcus Camby on there. J.R. Smith was on that roster. But, hey, I mean, it is what it is. But, Melo will not be forgotten. No, like, if y'all ain't never seen Carmelo Anthony ball, especially with the Denver Nuggets, you better go watch some clips. I'm telling you. Watch some tape on that, man. So moving along. So according to ESPN.com, reporter Kendra Andrews says Steph agreed on a 1-year deal worth $62.6 million extension that'll keep him on the contract through the 2026-2027 season, NBA season. He's the fourth NBA player along LeBron James, Paul George, and Kevin Durant to pass $500 million in career earnings. Congratulations, Steph. Much respect. Well-deserved. So the question is, what's the next step in Steph's career? Since he got this money, does he have to take this team to the finals and win another championship? Or can he just go out there and have fun? It would be nice if he could take this team to the chip. I think that would solidify him as a great. He's already great, for what he's accomplished when he got to go to state. But now it's you and Draymond and Kuminga. So it's like, okay, you ain't got you ain't got Clay. So now, they're going to be throwing blitzes at him and all that stuff, forcing other guys to be a threat. And I'm going to be honest, it's almost like, listen, people go criticize me for this, but it's almost like when Cole passed Sasha Vujacic and Paul Gasol, Andrew Bynum, Lamar Odom, and them, and it's like, Cole single-handedly took that team because after Cole left, after they won that championship, guys ain't played nowhere else realistically. Like Andrew Bynum went to Cleveland and he got injured, and that was it. He was out the league. Sasha Vujacic, nobody knew what happened to him. And I think Lamar Odom was through, so it's like, yeah, Jordan Farmer. What happened to him? After that, Shannon Brown, all them. And Cole took that team, to win a chip. So is Steph going to be like a Kobe in this situation where he has to take this team and win a championship with this team, with putting a team on his back? If he does that, that will say a lot. Consider the fact how stacked the West is. So that we're just gonna that would be something we will see. I don't think it's gonna happen. I mean, every team is good. There's no sorry teams in the West. Every team is good. So it's gonna be interesting to see what Steph Curry does this season with that squad. And before we continue, we're going to take a quick commercial break. Stay tuned.
Yeah, I can't lie, and there is many things so I lie. I talk to myself cause I'm tired of life, no be lie. No money, how I want to survive, yeah. tí mo fi dorí kodò na depression wàhálà. Yes, I think a lot to Lagos pay to save my life. Mommy dey house àbúrò stay plenty for bank. Well, ọdún tó bá ti ń rẹ̀wò tó ti ń raṣọ ló máa kọ́lé ló máa ralé. Kọ̀ọ̀kan lolúwa ló bí màjè náà kọ́ ní ọ̀nà no promise. Ọdún tó bá ti.
Okay, we're back. So let's get to some more talks that was happening. So according to ESPN.com, Nick Wagner reported this on August 29th, 2024. Brandon Aiyuk reached his 4-year, $120 million extension with the 49ers now. So he gets $76 million guaranteed with $47 million to be paid to Aiyuk before April 1st of 2025. So Aiyuk now joins Tyreek Hill as the 5th highest paid receiver in the NFL. Man, we're going to see what the 49ers do this season. This football season is going to be fun to watch. Brock Purdy and them boys, Deebo Samuels. We're going to see. I'm already going to say this right now. And I know somebody's going to disagree, but I got the 49ers going to the Super Bowl. Everybody stay healthy. I got the 49ers going to the Super Bowl. I don't know about the Bears making the playoffs, and I don't know about them Eagles over there too. I'm a Bears fan and an Eagles fan, okay? But I just see it's just something about the 49ers, like with that defense, and then Brock Purdy just stepping up his elevation to play. I think he's going to take him and Deebo are going to take the 49ers to the Super Bowl again. And who knows? Will they win it? Who knows? But I'm glad to see Brandon got his money. Now we're going to see what he's going to do this season. I mean, because, Deebo is the number one option. So we'll see. We'll see. Like I said, it's been some trade talks with him. So I'm finally glad that they got this deal done with him. So now he could just focus on the season and focus on the task at hand, which is getting to the Super Bowl. But we got some more news. What's going on in Dallas? Oh, man. Source CBSSports.com. Listen. So the Dak situation is just up in the air right now. So Jerry is basically saying Dak has nothing to prove. He has nothing to prove to anybody. Except me personally, he has a lot to prove to the Cowboy fan base because they still think he's good. And I'm like, bro, he is what he is, okay? And y'all know how I feel about how Dak Prescott is. What is he? A C average quarterback. Say it with me now. C average quarterback. One more time. C average quarterback. At best. Okay. Yes, we could go over the stats. But where have you taken this team? Where have you taken them? But getting bounced out the first round. So now, are y'all going to even make it to the playoffs? Some people are questioning, like, they just not believing that the Cowboys going to, get them to the playoffs this year. I don't know. Fans is not, I don't know. That's what the talk is. But let's just go over Dak's situation. Okay. So, in case y'all forgot, Dak has a no trade clause and a no franchise tag clause. He could walk unrestricted. He could walk as an unrestricted free agent in March of 2025. Remember, at a point in time, Dak was franchise tagged, right? And so, just in case for those that don't know, so like when we say he doesn't have a no franchise tag, this basically prevents a team from using a franchise tag on that player at the end of the contract. So now Jerry can't use the franchise tag to try to keep, Dak in Dallas in 2025. The no trade clause, that prohibits the team from trading a player to another team without the player's consent. So now Dak is like, so Jerry can't if Jerry was to be like, you know what, I'll let you walk, Dak. You know what I said in the last episode? If I'm Jerry, I'll tell Dak what he needs, and if he still don't get us out the first round, then he could bounce. Dak now is in full control to determine where he wants to go. Jerry just can't say, all right, man, I'm finna send you to the Colts, and he don't want to go to the Colts. Or, yeah, man, Dak, I'm gonna send you to the Carolina Panthers, and he don't want to go. So they have to get his consent if Jerry decides not to re-sign him. But I think Jerry's gonna work something out with Dak Prescott. Them two is like buddies. He's gonna work something out with Dak. It's just, but to try to sign him before the season, and you still got time. Jerry's like, what you gonna do for me? What you gonna do for me? So that's gonna be interesting to see. And on that note, we're gonna take a quick commercial break. Stay tuned. Don't go nowhere. All right, let's get into the final segment of the show, relationship talk. We're back. Play the clip for me, please.
Come to black women, they don't like to take instructions. They don't like to follow the lead of nobody. The only lead they want to follow is themselves. And that's why a lot of them walk around lost, running around like a chicken with their head cut off. They don't like to be told what to do. It's in their genes. It's in their DNA. That's why it's always that combative type of relationship between a black man and a black woman. The man wants control. The woman don't want to be controlled because she's been oppressed all her life. It's passed down to that generation and that bloodline. We don't want to feel oppressed in our relationship. Asian women, white women are very subtle, very submissive, very easy to deal with. They haven't came up the way black women have came up. So that's why a lot of black men date outside of their race. When you're dealing with black women, you're going to deal with some kickback. They not just going to do whatever the fuck you say just because you making the bread and butter. White women follow the lead of their man. They would follow with no problem. It's a part of their genes. They always been following their man for centuries, man. They'll stay at home, take care of the kids, do whatever the white man asks them to do. So we don't want a woman that's always going to be fighting with us over simple-minded shit. Black women, they've been dealing with our bullshit for years. So when we get some money and we start to act a certain type of way and be demanding, they not gonna put up with that bullshit. The white woman might deal with that type of shit because she just happy to have a black man. So she's gonna follow his lead and do whatever he says. Instead of him trying to figure out and deal with the black woman and communicate with her on a certain level, he say forget that and get him a white woman and keep it moving.
Okay. Now this I've listened to that clip like 5 times, right? I listened to it about 5 times, y'all, 5 times. So the question is it true black women don't want to follow? Now he said some things that people probably the fuck is he talking about, right? So he's saying a lot of women walk around with their heads cut off, meaning they have no sense of direction of where they're going in life. They're just living in the moment, right? Then he's saying they don't like to follow the lead of nobody. Then he said it's in their genes to not follow orders. See, this is what I be talking about. When I be debating these guys, I want to know where they get their information from. Are they just saying things and for clicks and views? Or do y'all really believe this stuff? Then he said black women been oppressed, that they been dealing with our shit for years. The fuck is you talking about, dude? What? What are you talking about? Like, let's tackle this one by one. Okay. The only thing I agree with him on is the modern women today, they do walk around with their heads cut off because they have no sense of direction of what they want to do in life. You ask them what they want to be in life, and they basically tell you, I don't know. They really legit tell you they don't know. They don't have no game plan as far as where they want to be in life. Okay. He says they don't like to follow the lead of nobody. What? Where have you been, bro? Are you talking about don't like to follow the lead of what? Men? What do you mean? They following the Pookies, the Ray Rays. They follow trends, dog. Like, where are you getting this from? No, seriously, where are you getting this from? Okay. When we say they walk around with their heads cut off, they have no sense of direction of where they're going, right? They're following the wrong group of people, okay? That's the problem. They're trying to make Pookie and Ray Ray the Brandons and Carls and all that stuff, the ones that do good and that do take care of the household. They're trying to morph boys into men. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to, as my cousin would say, build a man. So they get guys that are not really financially stable. They don't really bring a sense of structure. And they try to mold them, and align them into the man they think, should be for them. Right? They want the same shit. But the guy that they want that has those values, they know they can't get that, man. So that's why they get the Pookies and the Ray Rays that try to mold them into the guy they really want. And that never works out. They say they don't like to follow the lead of nobody, but they following what they see on TV. They following what they see on social media. So they're just following the wrong type of people. Then he says, it's in their genes to not follow orders. That's a bald-faced lie. Orders like what? Like, hey, clean the house up, or he's trying to make it seem like it's a one-sided thing in this thing. It's like, no. Because women will listen, right? They just listen to the wrong group of people. They'll listen to their friends if the friend doesn't like the dude they're dating. They'll listen to their friends if they're like, yeah, girl, come on, we finna go out and kick it. Hey, girl, come buy this bottle. Let's go on this girls trip. They gonna follow orders from, their friends. Are you talking about their man, the people that they're with? Well, how do you have a marriage if a woman don't follow? What are you talking about, God? Dude, I don't know what you're talking about. And I think people who watch this episode will probably say the same thing. Like, dude, what the heck is he talking about? It was in their genes to not follow orders. That's a bold-faced lie. My brother is married. If he asks his wife to do something, she goes do it. Ain't nothing crazy or nothing. Just like if she asks him to do something, he'll go do it. To not follow orders. If they didn't follow orders, bro, they wouldn't have a damn job. All right? Because if you're working it out, you're following orders from somebody. So, y'all help me with this one. Maybe I'm getting it wrong, but y'all help Trillionaire Chuck with this one, okay? Now play the next clip for me, please.
There are two groups of women, wives and everything else. Wives and everything else. And if you're a woman that knows you want to be a wife, you need to act like a woman who's going to be a wife one day, because you're going to be judged as, you're going to be evaluated as such. There's no I was young and dumb and I did this, I did that. Look, that game is over. Men are pulling your cat facts. They're running your background and saying, there's no way in hell I'm going to be on partner track at a law firm and I'm going to deal with you and you used to date Nug, or you used to do this, or you used to do that. Nope, you make me look bad. Two groups of women, wives and everything else. Wives.
Now, that boy Kevin Sims be talking. So question, ladies, do you ever feel like dudes say y'all make them look bad? Do y'all ever sit back and say that? Fuck no, y'all don't. So I already knew that answer. Fuck no, they don't. Because if they are dating a guy and, you know, they're out there being ratchet, they're out there twerking, they're out there cursing. I mean, we mean cursing like, you know, just being belligerent. That's what I mean. Just out there being belligerent and stuff. Yeah, you make the dude you would look bad. And you don't even gotta be with the dude, but it's just you out there wilding makes that guy look bad. Because you women who date real dudes are a reflection of that dude. So it's like, carry yourself to that standard. Like if you really want to be a wife, if that's really y'all goal, then act like you want to be a wife. And start acting like it. But y'all listen to the wrong people, right? And that's what dudes and dudes are starting to realize, like, you know what? Nah, bro, she too wild. Nah, bro, she talk too much. Nah, she don't even got nothing to talk about. She can't hold a conversation. Without her looks and her body, she really ain't. She's below average, right? She don't know how to articulate her words and all this other stuff. It's not female bashing. It's just what goes on in the minds of us when we're listening to you guys talk and we listen to how you act and how you carry yourselves. And then you want to, the funny thing is, we'll be like, nah, you know, you dating me is out the question, but maybe we could be friends. Hey, y'all really get mad about that. That's the funny part about it. But you want to be a wife. Some of y'all, not all of y'all, some of y'all want to be a wife, but you don't know what it takes to really be a wife. Because if you really knew what it takes to be a wife, then you wouldn't be doing half the stuff you're doing. You wouldn't be around the same people that you're around. I say that to say, like, when you're dating someone, watch how you carry yourself, because you're a reflection of that person. Because one thing we hate to hear is is when we're outside and we hear about what our girl did or what she was doing at the club and who she was talking to. Like, we got the streets yapping and chirping, telling us what you out there doing. And then the streets laughing at us like, man, he dating Keisha, he wifing that up. Bro, I done had that, man, yesterday night. She thinking, he thinking she was at the store, bro. She was over my crib. Making that man look bad. Especially if he gets confronted in public while you're there. Yeah. Biggest time y'all ladies, like, if y'all really trying to be wives, start carrying yourselves like that. And if you're in a serious relationship with someone, then, you know, don't be out there embarrassing that person, okay? But that's my show for today. This is your boy Trillionaire Chuck saying, always remember to love yourself and each other.